First day in pads, is it different when pads are on?
Oh, it always is, and you can see that a little bit heightened anxiety. Guys were excited to be in pads. Seeing some contact. One of the biggest things for us is just making sure that we're contacting the right way, and obviously always teaching. It was a little bit different structure in pads because we're going against the defense more. So just kind of getting everybody on the same page of what the expectation is there. But all in all, I thought the guys, they came out, wanting to work. We just have a lot of things that we need to clean up in regards to playing faster and understanding the expectation for what it needs to look like, what it needs to sound like, and but I thought it was a solid first day in pads.
When you guys are in team, it seems like, I don't know, if you're focusing on trying to run the ball more, is there anything about bringing along the offense that one thing needs to start off so that everything else can
that's yeah, absolutely. We always want to be an offense that can run the football, and so we're really trying to get a start there. Build the foundation of what we're going to be, and then be able to add and adjust as we move along. But I thought, like I said, there were some good things. Really both sides of the ball. Obviously, being the first day in pads, we have some newcomers into the program, some guys that are that have developed, and we're asking them to do more than they've ever done. And so, we'll get a really good sense of that going back and watching film. But I'm excited about some of the things I've seen early, and we got a lot of work to do.
Coach, when you have a sort of break like this, how do you advise players and coaches to spend their time going into it? Do you say
just make sure that they're taking the things that they can taking care of the things that they can control. These guys, they have they've got their playbooks, they've got things that they can do. They can make sure they're taking care of their bodies, resting up. We've been getting after it pretty good for the last 10 weeks, and it'll be good for them to get a little bit of a break. But on the flip side, they'll have an opportunity to continue to grow, stay in their playbook, watching film, making sure that we don't lose anything in regards to what we've done in the first 3 days of practice. Because when we get back, we're gonna have to stay after it.
Coach Wyatt Rector's made that move to tight end. Wyatt Rector's made
Yes,
the move to tight end. How's he performed so far?
Pretty well for the first 3 days. And he's a young man that's athletic. He runs well. He's got good natural hands. I think a lot of the development that we're going to have to continue to see from him is going to be in the run game. And but he's willing. And at the end of the day, if you're willing, you have a chance. And so I know Coach Thompson's going to do a great job with him, and with Cam and all those guys. So we're excited about what that group can do.
You had your version of the Oklahoma drill. Do you have a name for that? And kind of what do you get out of that?
That's it. We call it a W drill just for the pure formation of the drill. But it's a drill that's teaching how to contact. And yes, it is. It's basically a 3-on-3 drill that allows you to tempo just like it's going to tempo in the game. There's time and space that have to be understood, and everybody's going to work in sequence to have them do their job. But it's a great drill that I like, and it definitely adds a competitive spirit to it, and you can tell that the guys they enjoyed that one.
It seems like Tamari and Terry and Asante Samuel are consistently lined up across from each other. What have you seen from those two guys when they go head to head?
They're working to compete, and that's what you want to see from some of your top guys. You want to see those guys embrace the competition. I think they're going to make each other better each and every day, and that's kind of the minimal expectations of what you're hoping for. And both guys have shown well at different times, and we've got a lot of growth and competition here ahead of us.
The conference has been talking a lot the last couple of days about the everything going on with the coronavirus and limiting events to the public and things of that nature. Do you have any kind of early read on how that might affect something like the spring game?
We're the university is providing guidance, and as we're working through all the process, I think this is something that's new to everyone, and so for us, we're taking guidance from the university. Obviously, our players' health, just health of everybody is something that's critical, for us and what we're doing. And so we've got a great administration, and I know that they've been on top with a plan, and obviously a great focus of the next steps moving forward.
Is it changing anything for you all in terms of encouraging your students, your players to stay or leave for spring break?
Yeah, like I said, we're gonna seek guidance from from our administration, and we'll kind of go from there.
Is it something that you're in talks with the conference too, with the ACC, or are you going to follow their lead, or is it strictly just talking with the university?
Well, I'm sure the university is they're having communication with everybody, and this is something that there's a lot of different thoughts about it, and so we're leaning on the leadership, whether it's conference, administration, NCAA in general. So it's something that we're working through.
What will the next couple of weeks be for the coaching staff in terms of the process of evaluating the practices and then planning ahead for the next phase?
Oh well, we've got it planned as of right now. It's something you go into spring with a plan of how you want to see things progress. But you've got to trust the process, and you also got to almost recalculate as you're working through how the progression is going. And we're not going to have everything in. I fully understand that. We have got to be able to meet these guys at where they are, and you'll continue to push for them to get better. Everything will be evaluated. You're going to see guys that, as we're going. I mean, you might see some movement in positions. You might see some guys that are elevating themselves in the number of reps that they're getting, and so it's all performance based. And I know those guys are excited about the competition, and I'm excited about seeing them continue to grow.
Getting 3 practices and 1 in pads and then breaking for a week, do you like the way that lays out, or is it just making the best out of the calendar?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's really working through the calendar. I mean, it's there's a lot of, for us, it fit right this year. To be able to get a full session of the winter conditioning program, for us to maximize the time in every aspect. I mean, it was the best calendar for us. So, it's good. These guys probably times up well for them. All right, thanks so much.
Thank you, Coach.